Hey, what's up, my construction entrepreneurs? It's Friday. Headed home. It's not dark outside. That's a good thing. Good thing. Either way, I wanted to jump on here to share a little bit with you guys on this construction industry and growing your company. There's still a lot of individuals I still talk to on a daily basis that are doing so well in busyness right now, right? What I mean by that is that there's so much work out here, right? You don't even have to sell anything. You just have to just be there and show up, right? But there's a lot of us are not taking advantage of the market right now. And what I mean by taking advantage of the market, okay? I give you an example right now. So I'm in public works. Right now, public works is, there's contractors, I would say, just turning in low pricing, right? Just turning in low pricing. So I had to adjust to that, right? So here it is. I was, we're getting out of market to where we were charging higher prices and just making more money and just charging higher prices. So now the market has closed up a little bit here. And so now it's a little bit tighter. So now I need to tighten up on the production. It's official. I need to tighten up on the production, and I'm tightening up. So here it is. I'm tightening up now. When the market opens back up, I'll get back to charging more, right? And right now, that's how it is on the residential side, right? Right now, it's a time to charge more. Okay. I don't know what sector of residential you're in, but everyone out here should be able to charge more because it's such a demand. It can't get, there's people right now that can't get contractors to even start a job, to give them a price on the job, so that creates a demand there. So, and there's a price for that demand. And, we have to understand that and read the market and respond accordingly, right? So with that said, you should be out here looking for ways to increase, the jobs that you were charging, X amount, you should be increasing them by, 40 and 50%, if not more, depending on what area you're in, right? What state you're in, what city you're in. You can charge more for those jobs. But what do we do with that, right? What do we do? Are we just getting work and here we are, we still the Lone Ranger working these jobs? Now we're so busy, and we got a little, now we can keep that 2-man crew, that 3-man crew busy. So now we can keep them busy, and we just still working out there, still got on our bags, still working. But why are we not taking this time to build the company? Why are we not taking this time? Because guess what? When this bubble go away, because this bubble is going to go away, it's going to come and it's going to go. It's going to come, it's going to go. So this bubble is going to go. When this bubble goes, are you going to be back at where you were at before the bubble happened? And what I mean by that, are you going to be back at, waiting on John to call you for work here and there? Are you going to be back at, waiting on so-and-so to call you because they land another job, and here you are working, you're working, 2 jobs, 3 jobs a month, barely making it, right? Are you going to be back at that after this bubble pop? Because right now you're just super busy. But why are we not building the during this time. So that way when this bubble pop, we can find ourselves in a different position. And I think a lot of times we don't want to do that. We don't want to put ourselves in that category because we know what it takes. We know what it takes, right? It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of sacrifice. It takes a lot of discipline, right? And this is the biggest thing that it's going to take. It's going to take us keeping still. That's what's huge right now, is that there's so many of us that feels that if we stay home or stay in the office and work on things that brings more work into our business, we're not being productive. We're not being productive. Like, we feel that part of everything is not productive. Why? Because we're so used to, working the other side of it, working with our hands. I learned the admin side, and you don't always have to do the admin side. You won't see me over there doing payroll anymore. You won't see me over there doing timesheets anymore. You won't see me over there doing a lot of things that I've learned how to do over the years, right? But I know about those. Something comes up, an issue, I can definitely give my say-so because I'm very familiar with it. And I'm not talking about, I know percentages of, what we pay on payroll, taxes, none of that. I just know how those things work. I know who collects the money. I know an easier way to get it done. I know when it needs to be turned in. So I know these things, right? And learning that just helps so much into the growth. Like, it helps so much. If you don't have it, there's no way you're going to grow. If you don't know about these things or have someone that does know about these things, you will be lacking that growth leg forever. And I ask myself, there's so many old heads out here, and some new ones, some youngins out there that are not taking the time to learn that. You already got your trade down. Everybody knows their trade. They got it down. They're good at it. Yeah, some things they need to add to and add to and learn, and some different products out there. Great, but you're more than halfway there. You already know your trade. There needs to be some products out there that you may need to gain some knowledge on. But overall, you're a tradesman. You're a tradeswoman. But know nothing about the admin part of it. Know nothing about the back office side of it, to where you can even hire the right people to get this thing going. Okay? So let's talk about it. What is, let's say, hey, Ty, I'm busy. I'm going to grow my business. I got X amount of work on the table right now. What do I do next? What is the next step here? Well, one thing you have to realize is that you do have to be making a substantial amount of money. Okay, you do need to be making money. You need to be profitable. That's first and foremost. You need to be profitable with the jobs that you do bring in. Okay, now you need to understand how you're profitable. You need to understand where you're profitable at. What is the percentage that you're profitable at? That's why it's important to get those things that I offer on my website. The overhead, sheet with the learning your company overhead for $4.99. Dude, I always bring this up. This is crazy, And I do get people purchasing it, so it's good, But learn your company overhead so you can see what you need to make in sales to pay yourself. So you need to have those elements in place before you can expand, because there's no sense you expanding on nothing. right? If you're not making anything, you're losing money. What are you expanding on? You're expanding on nothing. So, making it on the little things that you're doing, or the medium things, whatever you're doing, but turn a profit. And truly turn a profit, putting those things into work to where you understand that, hey, this is the operating cost that I have, and I can cover that. This is my salary, and I can cover that, and this is my company's profit. And there it is. And so once you get that, you realize that you're profitable. Next thing you want to do is you want to hire a part-time accountant person, right? Now, for some people this is a scary step here, but it's not that scary. Hiring someone, you can hire someone off of Craigslist. You can find someone off of Fiverr, right? You can probably even know somebody. As long as you start, asking around, you'd be surprised on how many people that are accountants at companies that do it on the side. So there's people that work for companies that you work for that are not even full time that will help you out with doing your books too. That's just another account that adds to their book of business. So find a part-time accountant, make sure that person is a good fit, and you're going to have that person start to do they can do your invoicing, right? You can teach them how to do your invoicing, and your invoicing should be based on your contract. So basically, when a person does an invoice, you tell them to do an invoice, you have your contract wrote up a certain way to make it easier for them to do the invoice. They pull that information out of that contract. You say, hey, well, we're done with this. Let's get paid on that. Okay, so they look on the contract. Okay, this is this. Okay, let's take that paragraph, copy and paste to the invoice, and send it out. So you take that off your list, right? They also can run payroll if you got payroll, right? Now they can run payroll whether if you're doing cash or if you're doing actual true payroll, where you pay taxes on it. You can have them set up your QuickBooks or whatever online accounting that you do, right? They can get that set up. They can start gathering information needed for taxes at the end of the year, right? Your receipts, categorizing those things into the chart of accounts that they need to go into. So you have a place to account for those items when it comes time for you to pay your taxes. They could help you with, some of them can help you with the new hiring process, right? Help input the onboarding process, help input new employees into your accounting software, right? So they can get paid and get the right taxes taken out, and they can set up all that as well too. So that can be a part-time thing. You can pay that person $30 an hour. That's the going rate for that. $30 an hour for an accountant. You may pay $30 to $40 an hour for that accountant, and they can work part-time for you, a few hours a week. Don't be afraid to ask. Even if you need them for an hour a week, ask them, hey, I think, for this is what I have going on. They'll say, hey, okay, well, you'll need me 2 hours a week, or you'll need me 4 hours a month, and I'll need this and this from you, and this from you, and I'll help you keep up with that. And that's where you start at. Okay. Once you get that going, that frees up your time to start getting more work, because that's what you want to do. You want to free up your time so you can go and get more work. Okay, so once you start freeing up your time, now you need to start freeing up more time in the field. So that means that, and this is why I say, it's not the time to bring in a bunch of family right now, right? Well, you got to train, because the growth right now is time for growth, right? So you need to hire skillful people that you can trust to get the job done. Now listen, everybody's not going to do it like you would do it. This is it. And that's one thing you have to understand and you have to let go. If you're the type of person that's you are a very meticulous, right? Very craftsman style type person, then you may be in a business where it is a one-man show. If you're in a business where it's a one-man show, then you have to know that if your hands are not working, you're not making no money. There's just some businesses that are like that, right? Painters, artists, you know. If you're not able to duplicate what you do, then you will not be able to grow this, whatever X amount of business it is, unless you are actually working it with your hands. So, but other than that, hiring people, you got to realize that even the best person is not going to be better than you. But you can train them. Pick the right person. Give incentives early because you're building a crew, right? And the crew that you're building is going to help you pull away from the field. So give them that extra incentives. I don't care. Maybe you got to pay them an extra $2. This is why it's important that you are profitable. This is why it's important to understand that you are profitable at whatever percentage it is, right? So you can make those moves with confidence. You can say, okay, I can pay this guy $2 an hour because I'm making X amount of percentage on these properties, right? So you bring on that person, and it may take that person a while to kind of get up to the level of understanding how things operate working for you. Right? You may have to pay this person an extra buck or two, but don't worry about that. Small potatoes. Especially if you're profitable. Small potatoes. You're building a crew. It'd be great if you can find that guy that has that right-hand man. Remember, the way we judge employees is we got A employees, B employees, C employees, and D employees. Okay, your A's are usually your foremans. Okay, your B's are usually your foreman's right-hand man, and the rest of your employees are C's and D's. So you want to make sure you find A's, and it'd be great if you can find A's with B's, right? If you can find leads and foremans with their right-hand man, that is great, right? And then once you establish that, you're like, okay, man, I want to bring on the family, I want to work them, whatever. Then you have those individuals train the family while you are building more work to allow them the platform to train. It makes no sense for you to get to work the work, train the workers, come back home, do the invoicing, do the estimating. I mean, I did all this. It was exhausting. I could not keep it up. I could not grow a business. There was no way I can wear all those hats. There's no way you're not working minimum wage. There's no way. I know it. I did it. And if you are not, it's a very small group. Very small group. Very, very. Very small group. So you build the crew. You find an A. Listen, don't allow a C and D employee fool you that they're an A or B employee. Okay? Do not. Okay? So you want to hire those A and B employees to allow them to do the work to give you that relief, right? You need a relief in the field while work is still getting done. You need that relief. So, and as you start pulling back, it's going to be scary. Okay? There's times where I worked on the job site because I was just like, I can't leave. I gotta make sure these guys stay busy. I gotta make sure I deal with this customer. I gotta make sure I answer this. I gotta make sure I do this. I gotta make sure I receive this. I gotta make sure I order this. I gotta make sure that after they're done with this, I gotta do this. Right? So I stayed on the job with the laptop and I did it. And it took me a while to not work, took a while. But once you have that crew, you got to understand that they're not going to be as good as you. So let them work. let them work, let them get it done while you go and still build the company. So now you got an accountant, she's working part-time, you'll bring that person up and bring them to more hours as work get on. Don't worry about that. And then you'll know when that person can't handle the workload anymore and you need to hire someone full-time, or you just need to keep that person on full-time. Either way, you'll know whether you need to replace that person, and that person might even refer you to the next person, because a lot of times accountants know each other, so they may give you to the next person as you grow. So don't worry about that. Okay, you got it in place. You make sure that you do everything that you need to do to make their job as easy as possible. You start building the crew. Okay, get you a crew going. Okay, and this is why I say don't bring on family that don't know what they're doing. It's not the time for that. You will bring them on. I'm not saying don't bring them on. I'm just saying in the beginning stages, it's very critical that you build. This is the time to build, okay? So as you continue to build that crew and work on the job site, and pull away, go get more jobs, looking to hire. And as you build that crew, right? And nowadays, let me tell you this, let me drop a nugget on you. Nowadays, trying to find a crew that you need to build is a lot harder than anything, right? Because people right now being very selective on where they're going. It seems like a lot of people, it's a employee market right now. That's what it seems like. Seems like an employee market right now. Seems like there's lack of employees, especially experienced help within the construction industry since the economic downturn of 2008. Know that. But you got to be more aggressive into who you want to get, right? So now, instead of putting ads, in addition to putting ads on Indeed or Craigslist or, wherever you putting ads at, I don't know, but I do it all. I do Craigslist, I do Indeed, ZipRecruit, all these places, right? You looking for employees all over. You even temp staffing places, right? You're looking, but one of the things you can do is as you're driving around, to job sites, meeting with clients, doing estimates, and you see work going on and people are doing the work that you do, you stop and introduce yourself. Okay? You stop and introduce yourself. Let them know, hey, this is what I have going on. Anyone interested? Here's my card. I'll leave it here on the dash. Contact me if you guys are looking for a change. I do add incentives. Check me out. Hear me out. Hope to hear from you soon. Sell them on it. Okay? They're already doing the work. Find out who the lead person is. Hey, boom. Give everybody a card. Everybody. Okay? And that's what you got to do. You see them at 7-Eleven getting coffee. Hey, man, I'm so-and-so. You might have to purposely go to 7-Eleven. Okay? You see them in Home Depot. You see them wearing the tools that you normally wear. Tools that need to be worn to get your trade done. Introduce yourself. Hey, man, my name is Ty, man. See that you got concrete on your boots, man. He was like, yeah, I'm a finisher. Oh, man, that's great, man. Hey, listen, I'm looking to hire onto my team. We got an awesome team, man. We get great perks, great incentives. Here's my business card. You're looking for a change? Give me a call. Okay, so you might have to do some of that if you're not finding those great people. Be resourceful. Don't just sit up and say, I don't know where the good people are at. I can't find any good people. No, you just got to be resourceful. You may have to put in a little bit more work than you normally do to find good people. That's just it. So think about where you were at. Think about the places that you be at, same places that the people that are looking for work be at too. Okay? They doing the same thing you doing. You just got to make it attractive for them. Okay? Once you got it attractive for them, then you can possibly get them on board. Build a crew, allows you to pull back, then you can start estimating and building in that department. Okay? Once I get that going for a while, I like to add more onto the crew as I bring on more work, and I like to select someone in the field to help now in the office, train them on how to estimate, train them on how to write up contracts, train them on how to do sales, start training within, start hiring within instead of just hiring someone else. But if you do need to hire someone else, hire them, okay? Right now is the time for growth. That's what it's all about. And that's how you get your company off the ground to start gliding, right? And what I mean by off the ground to start gliding, because you're jumping off a cliff. You're not running on the ground, gliding, jumping up. You're jumping off a cliff. Jump off the cliff. So that's what you do. That's how you build this thing up. And that's what you want to do right now when there's so much work going on right now. This is what you want to do. Start building your team so you can start putting in more work, gaining more work. And now, mind you, during this time is very scary, right? Because it's the reason why it's getting a little dark in here. The reason why it gets a little scary is because now you got to be more disciplined. Now you got to be more diligent. Now you have to, real people are counting on you. Families are counting on you now. So you got to make sure that you perform. You got to make sure that you stay dedicated. You got to make sure that you stay ahead of the curve. You got to make sure that you continue to push at all costs. It is very important to push at all costs at this point, okay? And you got to be smart about it. You got to make sure that, and follow other companies. You're going to meet other people and ask other owners, hey, you can see that they're bigger than you. Hey, what did you do? What did you do when you got to this? Or what should I do with this? Ask other owners that are more successful, that's doing other things as you go to job walks. Make friends. Meet same people in the industry. Listen, man, I talk to my competitors, everything, man. Half of them that I say my competitors are not my competitors. I meet them on one job site where we may compete against and we may not, and then we'll never compete against each other again. That's how much work is out here. That's how much work in so many areas is out here. You can meet a contractor on one job and never meet them again. Never see their name anywhere, nothing. Meet people, introduce yourself, ask questions, drop the pride. That's the biggest thing. You shouldn't have a pride as an owner. Drop that drop the pride, man. And stop trying to play like, listen, owners out there, if you're out there and you're acting like you're big swagging and all that, you're not fooling nobody, man. You're not fooling us. You're not fooling nobody, man. You're fooling the people that don't know. That's all it is. You're just fooling the people that don't know. You're not fooling the other contractors that are out there. We know, especially the ones that's doing well, that's trying to do good, that's making money. You're not fooling them. So anyway, that's how you build it up. That's how you take advantage of what's going on right now. That's how you get up to a level that when this bubble pops, you'll be in a better position than you was at before the pandemic happened, before all this took a crap. And that's what you should be doing. You should be building a legacy so you have something to pass on. Right now, don't know. That's why our kids don't want to work for us, because they see how hard we work. They're like, I don't want to do that. Dude got to get up every morning at 4 o'clock. No, I don't want to do that. And he's been doing it for 30 years. No, I don't want to do that. I'll go do the video game thing. A lot easier. So make it a little bit more attractive, man. Get to it to where you can show the good side of this, and we can get our youth back on board with this. We can get our youth, but we got to be willing to put in the work. We got to be willing to be diligent. We got to be willing to be disciplined and dedicated to it, okay? And we got to be willing to learn more. Learn more. And that's so important. There's so many of us out here don't want to learn anything new, especially when it's on the computer. Come on now. So hey, If you learned something from this, let me know. If you watched it all the way through, appreciate it. You know what? Let me know. Might have something for you guys. Hit me up. Send me an email. connect@constructionentrepreneurs.com. And let me know what you learned about this, and might have something for you guys, man. In the meantime, my construction entrepreneurs, it's a great time to grow your business. Stop playing games and get it. Opportunities there. I'm gonna tell you like this: hustle hard, then hustle harder. Catch you on the next one.